Okay, good evening once again. Welcome to the Monday Night Coaches Show. Also, Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer show. We will have Will Wade's show on at this hour, and also Sports Talk at 8 o'clock. So thanks for joining us here. I appreciate you coming in. So we will have that once it comes back returns. So we will send our links out to y'all, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. If you want to come in video chat with us, that will be fine. So let me go ahead and send that out to you. So we'll send it out to you in just a second. So I'm going to go ahead and put that up on the screen and send it out to you. So we'll send it out to you in just a second. So I'm going to go ahead and put that up on the screen. And we'll go over to the Twitter side. We'll send it out to Twitter as well. We'll have Will Wade back on in just a few moments. They're in a commercial break. So just give us a second. We'll send those links out to you. Hold on one second, whoever's coming in. I hear somebody. 1 second. I hear someone. I hear that voice. Good evening. See if it comes in. It's not coming in. You're going to have to reset. Isaac, if you have to reset, go ahead and reset. I'll have to resend him a link. Hey, yeah, resend your. Okay, I'll put you in wherever you at. Let's see, where is he at? Let me show him. Go ahead and put a post in there. Go ahead. Come on back in.
Time this year inside TJ Ribs, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome our head basketball coach, Will Wade.
Chris, good to see you.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
What's up?
Time flies.
I don't know why he's not coming in.
Here we are at the very end.
I don't know why he's not coming in.
Not the end of basketball. You guys are going to keep playing. We're going to talk about the Missouri game, the way it finished up.
Yeah, you need to connect your microphone.
Segment here. You talk about. We touched on it last week because there was a lot to play for. There was
Come on,
more to
Isaac.
play for. Even after the
I'm going to have to send it to him.
After you secured the double bye. But now you head in.
I'm going to have to resend it to him.
I know I asked you.
I don't know what's going on. Why he's not getting in.
Situations of preparation and scout. Obviously, it changes a little bit because of the nature of post.
Hold on, Isaac. Let me try to get you in.
And keep going, but you also
let me try to get you in
and turn it around quick. What does it look
trying
like?
To pull you in.
Guys got back from Missouri in preparation, even after the brackets came
out. I don't know why it's not
coming
in.
Afternoon.
Well, we've been pretty banged up. We've been very banged up the last couple weeks, and so yesterday we got some treatment and we did some massages and things like that. Today,
there he is.
More treatment.
I got him.
And,
all right.
And rested and took the day off from basketball. And then
hey, what's up? Whoever's in here?
Back on the court, do some film work.
Hey.
Wednesday we'll work on ourselves.
Answer.
And Thursday we'll kind of start honing in on it.
I don't know if my mic's not working or it's probably
Mike, you might not be working. You might have to reset your mic.
Friday. The good news is hopefully you got some coffee for the game Friday night, Chris.
Yeah, that's the.
You hear me now? Isaac. Sam. I don't know if you can hear me. Yeah, you just reconnect Isaac. We'll be once again, we're trying to get Isaac in here. So just go ahead and reconnect. Whatever you have to do.
Once we know the opponent, then Friday we'll really spend more of our timing
swinging back,
working on that opponent and going after doing specific things for that opponent.
What I was trying to, and you lead me to my next question, which was kind of take us behind the scenes. You're playing either Ole Miss or you're playing South Carolina. You won't know until
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
What's up? Oh, he can't hear me.
What are the things you're doing before you leave to Nashville to make sure you've got everything you possibly can
Can't not
have?
hear me.
We got all that figured
Well, you're
out.
not going to tell me what I mean.
But no, I mean we've got people working on different scouts and different portions of different.
Yeah, he's
scouts,
gonna have to
and
reset us.
then, we'll put it all together. Like you said,
All right.
our graduate assistants.
Let him fix his mic. Okay, Isaac, fix your mic before you come in here. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. I'll put you back in just a second.
Part about, the good part of if we can make it to Saturday is we've played Arkansas and Missouri in the last week. The difficult part about the South Carolina and Ole Miss is we haven't played either one of them. It's been 2 months since we've played either one of them.
There he is. Let me see if I try to get him back in.
3 weeks ago with the ice storm.
Yeah.
We thought we
What's up?
weren't going to be able to. We thought we were going to play them, and then we weren't.
He's gonna have to switch to Skype tonight.
No, I'm not switching those Skype.
I don't know if his volume's on or if it's mine.
My volume is on, Isaac. What the hell you doing?
Let me plug my phone in. I don't know. Maybe
Replug your phone in.
Hey!
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Oh, I hear you now. Yeah, my phone needed to be plugged in. It's just
I got a lean.
Yeah,
what's up?
Go against your conventional wisdom or go against
What's
your
up?
conventional, scheme where you've got to do some different.
I hear you,
Don't
Isaac.
Just show up.
Probably his damn mic is
that makes it
down
really
again.
You got to practice those.
we need to get a new mic.
Majority of our
Crazy.
that's what we'll spend.
Wow. Let me turn this off so I can hear you.
I asked the question for him.
All right, let me turn this off for a second. All right, go ahead. Isaac, go ahead.
That mic takes on the nice to go in and that let me take some just
I don't know what's going on.
you have to use Wi-Fi connection and try for him.
You're probably having a bad connection. Go ahead. Go ahead. Try to fix
I
it.
don't know what
You're having a bad connection. Wow. Wow. Okay, apologize everybody. We're having a little connection issues with the guests trying to come in, so it looks like he's flickering. Go ahead and let me try to remove him. Okay, once again, we apologize. We're having a lot of connection issues with guests coming in. So once again, please, if you try to come in, please make sure your mics are working in a profane manner. We don't want you to have any issues. So also your cameras needs to be on so we can see who you are. So once again, we apologize. We'll go back to the Monday Night Coaches Show. Will Wade. We apologize for everything that's going on.
.com/LSU.
So we'll be back in just a few moments. I don't know why he's having problems. So let's go over some news headlines before we get back to Coach Will Wade. I apologize, everyone. I mean, I know it's a little. Once again, let's talk about this. Dak Prescott reaches a 4-year, $160 million deal. It just came out today. Adam Schefter reported about it. So that's what's happening. I think it's a good idea that they pay him this $160 million because, look, if he can get that team back to the Super Bowl or get that team to the Super Bowl, hopefully it'll work out. But he does have to earn his stripes. So it's been a long haul for like I said, for this deal. But the truth is, the deal is done. So once again, Dak Prescott gets a 4-year, $160 million deal. So from Tom Orchard, you can reach him at ESPN.com. That's ESPN.com. See if he's not in. I don't know why his name's not in. So we'll go back to once again, we'll go back to the Will Wade Show in just a few moments. So let me switch this out and you'll see me. We'll go back to the Wellway Show in progress.
It takes true grit to wake up every morning dedicated to a higher standard of work. At H&E Equipment Service.
So once again, we'll wait a few minutes. It's still in a commercial break, so let's go over some more. Apologize. Let's go over some more news before we get back to Wellway. They got music playing. Okay, let's see what's happening in the news. Okay, set to turn 28. Safety Marcus Mayer receives a franchise tag from the New York Jets. Sources say. So so it looks like he is going to be staying with the New York Jets for a while. He will turn 28 tomorrow. So I think, to be honest with you, they're going to keep him on the lineup for the New York Jets. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. Thanks for coming in. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I understand, Joe. Thank you for coming in, Joe. Thanks for chiming in. Appreciate it. So we'll go back to Wellway Show in just a second. He had a little problem. We still are. We've been ways, Joe. So thanks for asking. Let's go back to the Wellway Show.
His better half.
His better half.
Yes, way better half.
Much better.
Yeah.
Brought us this new Tabasco
Chocolate. Yeah.
because we've been to try because we've kind of had an ongoing.
Yeah, we kind of talked about what you could use Tabasco with, and
I think you're going to try it live here. See what
you're not going to join me. You had it in your hand. You're going to let me do this.
I'm eating the brisket quesadilla, so I'll use it. I'll eat it as dessert after I finish the brisket. You got this. I tested your dip. That was much harder than testing this. This has at least gone through like FDA approval.
Yeah, you're right.
Yours was just kind of out of the pot.
Yeah, I just pulled it out.
What do you think?
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, and it has a little bit of Tabasco. I mean, you get it's not overbearing.
I'm gonna have it for dessert. That'll be good.
All right, I'm gonna have it.
That goes with the person who texted you about the Tabasco on the ice cream, right?
There it comes. A little bit of heat on the back end. It's good though. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Tabasco and chocolate. I don't, maybe next time. And
that goes with the person who told us to put Tabasco on ice cream.
It works.
Remember that when you asked for the suggestions?
Anybody else here in TJ's tried this before? Show of hands. Anybody tried it?
No. How about that?
Well, look at we got somebody. It's good. Thumbs up. All right. Tabasco chocolate. Where's the water at? The heat comes on the back end.
I like it.
Let's go out to Twitter. I'm gonna let them do the talking. Bobby,
that's a good transition, Chris.
Bobby wants to know. Anybody that has followed LSU's program knows that Coach Wade loves the use of analytics. How do you find a happy medium between using analytics, X's and O's, scheming, and motivation as you enter conference tournament play?
Well, a lot of times, you got to use the analytics guide, and then you got to use your eyes to either confirm or change what the numbers see. A lot of times, what we do is we have all the analytics, but I watch the film first and then see if the analytics fit with what my eyes see on the film, and if they do, then obviously confirms a lot of things, and I can dive a little bit deeper in it. If it doesn't fit, then we got to figure out where the differences are and what's where things went wrong or who's wrong or what's wrong or what needs to be changed. But we certainly use both. We have our analytics scouting reports done on all four of our potential first couple of opponents here. And so we got all those numbers done today. It's about a 50-page report on each team. So it's not light work just to get those things done and get those things ready. And so those are already on South Carolina and Mississippi and Missouri and Arkansas. We have all that ready, and we have Georgia's ready as well. Now, Georgia and Missouri was a little bit easier because we'd played them recently. Arkansas was easier because we'd played them recently. But Mississippi and South Carolina's we have. So we're all ready through Saturday, and then we may just have to use the old eye test if we can make it past Saturday.
We were talking this weekend actually at the baseball stadium for LSU baseball. We all know Moneyball. We all know that was kind of the first nationwide exposure of somebody taking a sport and looking at the analytics as opposed to what you would, your gut feeling, so to speak. Yeah. College baseball obviously has adopted that. And now the players for baseball, because again, I'm not saying it started in baseball, but it got its notoriety in baseball.
Yeah.
Now baseball players, as they come up as 15, 16,
Yeah.
17, 18, 19-year-olds, they understand the analytics. In college basketball, is it the same for players now? I mean, are they looking at the analytics?
Now it's funny. Last week I put up one of my analytics charts. I blew it up and put it on the TV before I showed film. And I asked him, who can read this? I said, who can tell me what we got going on here? And I mean, to go across and say this is rim shot, this is I mean, I explain how the possession came, how the possession. I mean, and so I mean, I give them enough to be.
All right, I'm at to remove you. You have to once again, you have to fix your mic.
With here's why. Here's
I got to remove you.
I don't get too far into that. And I do think at the NBA. I talked
so
to
once again, folks, please fix your mic. If you want to come on here video chat, you have to have a good mic.
Spent some time with him today. He came out.
It's not my mic.
Chatted.
It might be on your
caught
side.
Up for a
so
while
please, once again,
we were talking about
have
that.
A good
those guys understand it a lot.
Your camera's on and your mic's
level, and they're able to digest a lot more information than maybe we give them or we're able to digest at this level. But we kind of give them we have all of it, and then we give them the 10,000-foot view of things.
But you have to believe as we continue down this road, eventually college players are going to be able to really understand the analytics.
Yeah.
My point was that I think baseball,
it's starting to get into everything.
Yeah. Eventually,
I was talking to Coach Armstrong and I from my staff. We argue back and forth about all the time because he's not as big and I see what I see. I don't need all that. I don't need And he was actually talking. His son's playing pretty competitive, baseball, and he was talking about how they keep track of all the. I mean, he was going through all the stuff they keep track of now. And this is his son's 8 years old, and they're 8, 9 years old, and they're keeping track of all sorts of things. We actually talked about that today after lunch for a while.
Yeah, no, my son's going through the same thing. He plays high school baseball, and he talks numbers now that I'm literally saying, what was that again? I'm looking for batting percentage, slugging percentage, on base percentage. He's talking other things. So I think eventually that's the way we'll all have.
Well, they're just a lot smarter than we are.
Well, that's number one. Fans, we got more to get to. We got a couple of phone calls to get to, some more Twitter questions. We'll break down the Missouri game, and then a scouting report on who the Tigers will play in the SEC tournament coming up on Friday night in the quarterfinals. Tigers will take on either South Carolina or Ole Miss. They play on Thursday in a battle of number 11 and number 6 in the SEC tournament. It's the season finale of the Will Wade Show. It's right here from TJ Ribs, all presented by Hancock Whitney on the live here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Okay, once again, the Will Wade Show will return in just a few moments. Commercial break. We will go over some more news headlines from ESPN. So I'm going to go ahead and put that up on my screen. So we'll go through some more news headlines while we wait for Will Wade to return. Okay, let's go through some more. Okay, sources, Tennessee Titans shopping for Isaac Wilson's to the Miami Dolphins. So it looks like they're going to ship him to the Miami Dolphins. That's probably going to happen sooner rather than later. So that's probably going to happen. That's going to be a ship over. So, I mean, they're trying to go into a different direction and stuff like that. So I'll be honest with you. If they do ship Isaiah Wilson over to the Miami Dolphins, well, they're going to have to get some another player that's going to be a benefactor for their team. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. Okay, what else we'll go over? Creighton Blue Jays reinstate men's basketball coach Greg McDermott after he was placed on a one-game suspension for racially insensitively having comments towards his players last February. The decision allows McDermott to coach the Blue Jays in this week's Big East tournament. He apologized for his comment. coach Wednesday against Villanova. So he's going to play Wednesday against Villanova. So I'll be honest with you. Look, if you say something racist and insensitive, look, you should be punished for what you did. This coach McDermott, look, he had made a racist comment towards his players, and that's something that shouldn't be tolerated. Not even in basketball, baseball, football, or any sport you can shake a stick at. So my opinion is, well, I think if he learned this lesson, he should coach. But if he does it again, kick him out. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. We appreciate you coming in tonight. And we'll head back to the Will Wade Show in just a few moments. Okay, Los Angeles Dodgers David Price open to any role in 2021. Whatever makes us better. That's what he says. So this is from Alden Gonzalez. You can reach him at ESPN. That's ESPN.com. So he is available for any role that he's going to play with the Dodgers this year. So I think that's good. So that's going to help him in the long run. So once again, we'll go back over to the Will Wade Show in just a second. Let me switch it back in.
In a lot of ways, I thought that the fact that you fell behind and came back and won was really good. And I really like the way Trendon Watford can take the ball to the hole. When he posts up, I think he's unstoppable. I think if he could get he has a good passer. If he get outlet passes when he's going there, maybe you could set up the 3-point shot real well with Darius and Javonte and Cam. Very much. I saw that. The only thing I see, I'm finding that a lot of the players, you're getting caught up in the air and getting a lot of fouls where you guys leave your feet and they come down on us. That's the only thing I noticed. And the other thing is, I think Darius, his reputation of fouling out hurts him with a lot of 50-50 calls on fouls. And then on Trendon, he gets the technical when maybe he hasn't done something because previous reputation. So you've got to watch all of that. But, that's just basketball way it goes. But going into the tournament, look, you play Ole Miss and then you have to play Arkansas. I think if you will win at least 2 games, I think you can get off that 8-9 line and get down to a 7. And who knows, you could get to a 6 because you would play Arkansas probably if you win the first game, and then, you could play Alabama or whoever in the finals, though. I predict that Alabama's not going to make it to the finals. I think they're going to, I think they're going to maybe be 1 or whatever. I don't think it's as critical for them, but I think this is a great opportunity to even get us high up as a 6th seed going into the tournament. So I'm impressed with what you've done with the team, bouncing back and everything. And I thought you coached a really good game on Saturday. There, and I was really proud of Milani, and I was proud of Josh LeBlanc and everything, and when it came through and it counted, and that's what's important. So
all right, Charlie, we're almost out of time. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Charlie. Appreciate it. I think what you said about the analytics is right.
To unpack there.
Yeah, what you said about the analytics is right. Sometimes you paralysis by analysis is a thing. You got to be cognizant of that and careful with that. And, I agree with you got to play off 2 feet. Offensively, it's a lot easier to make decisions playing off 2 feet. And, we got to keep Days out of foul trouble. He's so critical for us on the court. And, the SEC tournament wide open. We got to find a way to, reverse some of our fortunes in that thing.
Thanks, Charlie, for the call. Appreciate it. Let's go back out on the phone lines. We've got a young Tiger fan from Baton Rouge, Camille. Camille, what you got for Coach?
Hi.
Hey, Camille.
Young kids.
I have 2 questions for y'all. One, do you have a pregame ritual? And 2, how do you get your team motivated for games?
That's good questions. One, I do have a pregame ritual. I do some breathing routines beforehand. That's the last thing I do before I go on the court. Tries to keep me calm, but sometimes that doesn't really work with the officials after that first call. But I attempt to go out there in a good headspace.
Right. Start out good.
And, we do, before the game, getting them motivated. We do the same stuff before every game. We prepare the same way before every game. We come in at 52 minutes. We watch film at 42 minutes. I talk to them at 36 minutes. We go back out at 31 minutes. We come back in at 12 minutes. We go back over the final part of the scouting report at 8 minutes, and we go back out again at 5 minutes. So we pretty much stick to the same routine, and I write I go back over the game plan over and over and over again. We get so many different opportunities for our guys to take it in and digest it and understand, what we need to do for each game. So good question. I can't talk about all my motivational techniques. Some of those are not suitable for airtime here.
Sometimes they're spirited. Little spirited.
You've heard a few of them.
I have.
And shoot around and other activities.
Yeah, that's usually when I go, all right, the radio's done. I'm ready to head on out of here. Let's get out of the fray. Let's go quickly before our next break. Steve, waiting patiently from Denham Springs. Steve, you're on with Coach Will Wade.
Hey, Coach Wade, I'm not going to tell you anything coaching-wise or how to coach. I'll start with Chris first. Chris, you sound like you're having as much fun as you would with a headset on a set of drums in your garage, my friend.
Yeah, no, this is a lot more fun.
Well, yeah, it is, but every now and then you just got to go play the drums.
Well,
hey,
see, Coach has breathing exercises. I go out and beat on drums. That's what I do.
Yes, you know what? You're breathing hard, too, by the time you finish with the first set.
Oh, you guarantee.
Hey, Coach Wade, love you, man. This is what I like for the Tigers to finish the season off. Let's go get an SEC tournament championship dedicated to a former Tiger who I think would be with the team, but for his family, and that's Wade Sims.
Absolutely.
And I hope you have a great run for the rest of the year. And I can't wait to see what the future holds, man. I love you, man. You're great, dude.
I appreciate it. And, I've talked to our guys about this actually after the game. We've been able to accomplish a lot here in a couple years or 4 years, 3 years, 4 years, whatever it's been. And, kind of our last frontier is we've been awful in the SEC tournament. We've been bad in the SEC tournament for a long time. And, that's kind of the last frontier for us is to be able to be competitive and win a game or win games in this tournament. But you got to start by winning one. And I think that's really, really important next step for our team, for our program, for all of us is to start winning in the SEC tournament. And that's one area where we just haven't been as good as we've been in some other areas, and we've got to change that starting Friday night at 8:30.
Guys, last week on the show, as we finished up after LSU beat Vanderbilt, we talked about the fact that LSU, the only SEC team to clinch a double bye 3 years in a row, and over the weekend after the win over Missouri, LSU over the last 3 years, their basketball program number one in the SEC with a 39-14 record. That's the best in SEC play. So certainly, as Coach mentioned, something building and something has been done here with basketball over the last couple of years, and they look to continue that run going into Nashville and hopefully cutting down the nets and bringing a banner to Maravich Center when they get started on Friday night. We'll continue with more on the season finale. The Will Wade Show, presented by Hancock Whitney, back in just a moment here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Okay, once again, the Will Wade Show will return in just a few moments. Commercial break. Okay, after the Coach Will Wade Show, we'll have sports talk for a little while. If you want to come in video chat, once again, I ask you to keep your put your mic, make sure your mics are turned on, and also your videos as well. So we don't want to run nobody off, but that's how we are. That's I mean, that's how it's going to go because look, we're trying to get these things going. So let's go back to some news. I'm going to switch this out, add this back in, and we'll go through some more. Okay, let's go through Philadelphia Eagles owner Jeffrey Lurie wants team to build around Jalen Hurts for the 2021 season. So yeah, absolutely, I think it's going to be needed because look, Philadelphia wants to get back to its winning ways. They're going to have to build around Jalen Hurts. Carson Wentz is no longer going to be in Philadelphia. He's going to be in Indianapolis. But the truth of the matter is, look, Jalen Hurts, I mean, he can do a lot of things. He's mobile. He's effective. He's a good passer, but he can make some plays for you. So I know Philadelphia Eagles fans don't want to hear that logic, but it is the truth about Jalen Hurts. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. Okay, let's see what else we have. Okay, Seattle Seahawks release Carlos Dunlap creates $14.1 million cap space. So that's good what they're doing, restructuring contracts to save room for the salary cap. So I think it's good to get rid of some people because look at the same thing with the Saints. The Saints are going to have to restructure those contracts to get their salary cap under control. So I'll be honest with you. I mean, what Seattle's doing right now, it's an absolute. It's going to help them in the instant. So Carlos Dunlap will no longer be a Seahawk. So he is going to be gone to save $14.1 million. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. Well, we will return to the Will Wade Show. Excuse me, in just a second.
That his birthday's Wednesday.
Well, happy early birthday. I mean,
since we don't have the show Wednesday, we're traveling
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I know we could sing and it'd be fun, but we'll save you that tonight. But anyway,
Kent, did you know that Bonnet's birthday Wednesday? See, he didn't even know. How about that?
Michael looks upset. He looks a little upset. Kent didn't know it was his birthday, but that's all right. Kent's busy this time of year.
Yeah,
you know?
Kent's got stuff going on.
All the stats and game notes he's writing. I want to go back to, first of all, it's been fun all season long, and I appreciate you coming out here on Monday, sometimes Tuesday, sometimes Wednesday, because I think it's great for LSU fans to be able to hear from their coach, and if wanted to, they can call in and talk to you or tweet to you. So I do want to thank you before we wrap up for taking time out to do it. I want to go to Saturday and Missouri's game because we sat here last Wednesday after the Vandy win, and you said, hey, we can go up there and play good offensively. I mean, we've got a good offensive team. We've got some natural-born scorers. You know, at times we played defense consistently, not as well as we'd like to. But the one thing we have to do going up there is play physical. And I really thought, even in the first half and certainly down the stretch in the second half, I even looked at John Brady at one point in the game, and I said, tell me I'm wrong. I think LSU looks like the more physical team in this game. As you saw it from the sidelines, what did you like about your team's approach to the contest?
You know, I thought we were the more physical team. I thought we set the tone early. We did a very good job on Tillman early in the game. I thought we got Tillman frustrated. I thought we did a nice job. On him. We changed up our, they scored 12. We trap the post typically like Florida does. We have a very similar post trap. They scored 12 points on Florida that Tuesday night. or Wednesday night. I'm sorry. That Wednesday night they scored 12 points at Florida against that post trap. And so we tried to change up what we were doing to start the game because we knew they'd be ready for it. I thought our guys did a good job. Then we went back to our normal trap later on in the game, and it messed them up again because they weren't ready for it like they were at the beginning of the game. So our guys did a really good job carrying out the game plan, changing up on the fly. They just did a really, really nice job. I was very, very proud of them. And like you said, I thought we were physical. I thought we were fast on offense. They're a very difficult team to score on. We scored 40 in the first half. And then we did what we need to do in the second half. I was really proud of when they went on runs. We were able to recover, and we were able to withstand their runs and make things make things happen. We did a good job getting to the free throw line. Of course, both teams shot a lot of free throws.
Yeah.
But we did a good job getting to the free throw line as well.
One of the things when I looked at the matchup, I thought, okay, you got Xavier Pinson. He's a really great player in the backcourt. I think LSU has the opportunity to handle him, not stop him, but handle him. And I thought the Tillman matchup was going to be key because he's 6'10", 260 pounds. He's going to have that size advantage, and he's shooting 65% from the floor when he's out there on the season. And to your point, Josh LeBlanc, I don't know how many times this year you said, hey, there's some things Josh LeBlanc does that maybe people don't notice. But they noticed early.
You could see it. You could see it.
It was obvious as the nose on your face. He had the first field goal, and you were like, uh-oh, this is where Missouri's going to go. They're going to pound it inside.
Oh, that was their game plan.
And they did it, and LeBlanc knocked it free.
Who would pound it against us?
Right. But I thought he did an excellent job. And to your point, the team defense and help defense and the trap was good as well. One of the things that stood out to me, and Charlie mentioned it in a roundabout way on the phone call, I told you after the game that Trendon Watford and Darius Days, to me, when teams look at them, they go, okay, let's try to get Darius in foul trouble early. If we can get Watford, if we can defend him well, have him miss some shots early, he'll get frustrated. He'll force some things down the stretch. I thought both of those guys really had their head in the game. Trendon, I think, was one for his first 7.
I tell you what, for him to be able to come back after a poor first half like that and respond the way he did, he hit the big shot to give us the, he hit the big shot to give us the lead. For him to be able to do that after not playing as well as he wanted to in the first half, I thought was just huge for us.
Yeah, and Darius Days. He would foul out of the game.
We could have saved ourselves a lot of time after Watford hit that threw that pass back to him for 3. I mean, our friends at Hancock Whitney wouldn't have liked it. They wouldn't have got their radio spots run.
No.
But we could have saved ourselves a lot of time and just packed up and gone home when Days hit the 3.
But how many times this year has Darius Days fouled out and nearly have a double-double? He had 12 points and 9 rebounds. That, to me, was the difference. He was able to play with 4 fouls.
Yeah, he played with 4 fouls. Cam played with 4 fouls the last 5 minutes of the game or so. I don't know if you've realized this. He was pretty critical down the stretch as well.
Yeah, no, I'm getting to him. Getting to him because he was named Player of the Week, co-player Freshman of the Week.
4 times, I believe.
4 times this season. An incredible game against Missouri. As you said, 29 points, playing with 4 fouls. And I don't know. You probably went back and looked at the film. At some point during the game, I looked at John Brady and I said, Missouri's just got to throw up their hands. He's not had open shots. With the shots he created and recovered were just incredible.
Yeah, some of the shots he hit, you just can't guard. I mean, there's nothing you can do. That's just he's a better player.
There was an and one opportunity where he had it up top of the key or to the left of the top of the key. Guy was defending well, took away the 3, but then he drove him. He hit the 15-footer in the and one. And you got to imagine, what else can you do? I mean, pretty good defense. You gave him the step, but then he was able to hit the shot as well.
Yeah,
That's
just
impossible.
That's why it's always good to have good players and special talents. When you have,
I think John says that's what you recruit. You don't coach. I don't know if that's fair.
That's 100% true. That's 100% true. That's why you go recruit and go get the best players you can get, so they can bail you out in situations like that. Good players are a lot better. Good players are a lot better than good plays.
One of the things you told us after the game, we talked to you immediately following it. At times on the road this year, you said our guys just haven't had that killer instinct long enough in the first half. They've had leads of 6, 8, 10 points, and then we go into the halftime locker room up by 1, down by 1, or we're tied. But it was a little different, even though you gave up an 11-point lead in the first half, tied 40-40 against Missouri. What was different about the final 6 minutes?
Well, I thought, they went on a run there those final 6 minutes. I think it was 12-1 or 13-1 maybe. But I felt like we did. I think I told you. I felt like we did what we wanted to do. We drove the ball. Javonte got to the rim twice, and I thought there was some contact there around the rim, but he had 2 really, really good looks at the rim, and Cam had a really good look off of a drive where floater didn't go in, and so I thought those guys did a really nice job of at least doing what we were trying to do, doing what we were attempting to do, and trying to, we were in the double bonus, trying to drive up the fouls and trying to get to the free throw line there to end the half. So overall, I was pleased with our execution. Now, it didn't work out in our favor as well as we wanted it to, but I thought our execution and our mindset and our game was in our heads were in the right place, trying to carry out the game plan.
Again, the Tigers would be at a 40-40 tie with Missouri. Coach, real quick before we go to break, what stood out to me for the game, again, Cam Thomas' performance, Watford's performance, Javonte Smart was solid for you as the lead guard. Darius Days fouls out, still almost a double-double. It was the mental fortitude by your team down the stretch on the road. They were trailing the majority of the second half. They would get within 3. They would get within 1. Couldn't seem to get over the hump. At the 4-minute mark, they do so, and they got enough seperration to hold on to victory. To me, that's what you're looking from a team this time of the year.
That's where we hadn't been as good. We hadn't really been able to just hang in there when we needed to hang in there at Arkansas and at some of these other games. We just haven't been able to do that. But we were able to in this game, which was certainly growth. We're able to get a 6-minute game in and play well down the stretch. And so I was pleased with that, and it'll serve us well as we head into Nashville. I see you got your bracket out. You're ready to go.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the SEC tournament coming up as LSU got the win 86-80 over Missouri to finish out the regular season. 2-game win streak. They try to carry that into Nashville starting later this week. We'll continue with head coach Will Wade. It's the Will Wade Show presented by Hancock Whitney, live from TJ Ribs in beautiful Baton Rouge, Louisiana, on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Okay, Will Wade Show will return in just a few minutes. 14 minutes remaining in the show. We'll have sports talk after Will Wade Show tonight. So once again, if you want to come in video chat, you can come in video chat. But once again, please, we ask you, please have a good. Make sure your mics are on. Make sure your mics are fixed. Also, your cameras are on as well. So it's all we ask. We don't want to ask for $1 million. So let's go through some more news before we send it back over to Will Wade. Okay, let's see. We got here. Okay, Gonzaga Bulldogs remain number 1. Also, Baylor at number 2 in the top 25. So that's looks like I'm looking at it right now. The top 25 is on your screen. Gonzaga, Baylor, Illinois, Michigan, Iowa, Alabama, Houston, Arkansas, Ohio State, West Virginia, Kansas, Oklahoma State, Texas, Villanova, Florida State, Virginia, Creighton, Loyola, or Chicago, San Diego State, Texas Tech, Purdue, Virginia Tech, Colorado, USC, and also Oklahoma. So if you want to comment about this, you can comment about the top 25, what your team what your favorite team is in the top 25. You can comment to us through Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So coming down to the last few months of the college basketball season, it's going to be a very complex situation. I mean, Gonzaga will get the number 1 seed going into the NCAA tournament. Also, Baylor, which one they will be going to. They most likely will get number 2, maybe number 3, or whatever. So that's from ESPN. So we'll go back over to the Will Wade Show. Will Wade Show, last few minutes of it.
Teams, as you do every year that you play twice. Ole Miss, the second meeting was canceled, and both of those games way back in early to mid-January. So it's been a while. I know certainly with technology you can pull up scouting and look at the games and break it down. But from a player's point of view, there's some other teams that have a more recent memory. Going back to the first game against Ole Miss up in Oxford, you guys really played well, 75-61. You kept their offensive weapons kind of quiet. And then you and I talked going into that.
Schuler's been playing great.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally different team over the last 2 weeks.
He struggled against this big-time Buffin struggle.
How do you replicate that?
Yeah, I wish I knew. If I knew that, we'd be in business, Chris. But I don't. We'll figure something out. But
South Carolina, by the way, that game 85-80. I had to go back and look at that because again, it was on the 16th of January. A lot of action since then.
Yeah.
It reminded.
I don't know if you remember Keyshawn Bryant.
Yes,
he's going to be sending that in to all the NBA teams.
That was his highlight reel.
That'll be sent in to everybody. He torched us. What an athlete he is.
But I'm looking at, and you don't have to say this. I can say this because I watch a lot of action in the SEC just as a fan and as a media member. Ole Miss looks like, again, they've been up and down this year, but they look like they're a different team from the first meeting in the fact that they may be a little more dangerous because of their defense improvement as well as scoring. But South Carolina has really struggled down the stretch here.
Yeah, I think they both kind of headed in up. But these tournaments can do some crazy things to giving you momentum and giving you life when you've been, everybody gets a second chance when you get to this thing. And I think, a couple years ago, the last time that there was a tournament that was fully played, a team won 4 games in 4 days. So there's literally 11 teams that are going. There's 11 teams that are going to Nashville that all think they got a good shot to win it. And South Carolina is going to be, South Carolina's for sure going to be one of those. And so I think that's, it's going to be wide open. And you look at the brackets you got. I mean, Arkansas is in the top 10. You got 2 top 10 teams as the 1 and 2 seeds. I think Alabama's 5th or 6th in the country, and Arkansas is up to 8. And so you've got 2 top 10 teams, 2 very, very good teams, and you've got to bring it. And there's some other teams that are certainly trying to catch their second win, maybe like South Carolina, and Mississippi's got a ton to play for. They're a team that's right there on the bubble and has a major opportunity ahead of them this week.
Real quickly, you said in the opening segment that you kind of try to find some commonality between the 2 teams that you may play on Friday night. Again, you'll break down both teams individually with the guys before you hit the floor on Friday. But are there some commonalities you can share with us about South Carolina and Ole Miss?
They're both playing some 2-3. Ole Miss plays the 1-3-1, which is totally different. We play it. Florida plays it a little bit, but Ole Miss plays it the best. And so, we've got to work against that. South Carolina and Ole Miss both play some 2-3 zones. We got to get some work in against the 2-3 zone. Their man defenses are totally different. South Carolina, you can't even throw the ball. You can't even enter the ball on a wing. Mississippi makes it hard to enter it on the wing, but it's just a different kind of ball hawking, just totally different defense. Offensively, they both do some things to try to get the ball in the post, which is something we can work on. They both do the things to try to free some of their shooters and good players. South Carolina for Lawson and Ole Miss for Schuler. So there's some common there's some common things like that, but then they're very different as well. Anytime you're comparing a team in our league to South Carolina, there's just going to be a lot of differences because they do so many things very differently than other teams.
All right, fans, we got one more segment coming up with the coach here on the season finale of the Will Wade Show. We'll talk about some more preparation as LSU heads to Nashville for the SEC tournament Friday night, sometime between, let's say, 8:15 and 9 o'clock on Friday. You'll see the Tigers on the floor as they are the late game in the tournament. We'll do that as we wrap things up in just a moment here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Okay, the Will Wade Show will return in just a few moments. Just 5 minutes remaining in the show. Once again, we'll have sports talk here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Tomorrow night, we'll have LSU baseball. They will take on Texas Southern. That'll be the midweek game. Also, UNO on Wednesday night. So we'll have baseball 2 nights in a row. So let's switch this out, see what's happening on the ESPN articles. We're going to go through the articles again, see what else we can find. Okay, let's put this in. Okay, UMBC receiver, 5'2" guard, Darnell Rogers enters the transfer portal. So, so he will be playing for another team. So he's a 5'2" player. Started 20 games with UMBC this past season. So he will play for another team. This past season, he averaged 9.8 points a game and also shot 40% from 3-point range. So he was a 3-point shooter. So I think he's probably going to go to another team. So once again, this is from Jeff Brazzola. You can reach him at ESPN. And we'll see what else we can talk about. Okay, Joe Frazier celebrates in Philadelphia area on a fight of the century anniversary. So Smoke and Joe Frazier stood fearsome in Bronx with his frozen left hook and stuff like that. So he is going to be just celebrating that that fight that happened 50 years ago. That was the fight of the century. That was back in 1971. That was on this day of 1971. Joe Frazier had his left hook. He did win his match. That was the fight of the century. So he is 67 now. Let's see who comes into the broadcast. Hey, what's up? You got everything fixed? Hey. Hello. What's going on? Okay, once again, please fix your mic, Isaac. We appreciate you coming in. We ain't got time. Please fix your mic. Make sure your mic is fixed and also your camera's fixed as well. So we'll go back to the Will Wade Show in just a second.
State. Ugh. So I'm pulling for App State, which is very rare, but I know you have a reason to pull for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, one of my closest friends is the head coach at App State. We were actually college roommates, and so he's the head coach at Appalachian State. So I was watching them last night in the semifinal. They won in overtime over Coastal. I was yelling at my phone watching it, and so now I've been a little nervous watching this as they're got their press offense going. Their press offense looks a little bit too much like ours right now, so we need them to get it across half court and be safe with the ball. But I never had a lot of luck in the old SoCon tournament. That old Harrah's Asheville's that old arena there in Asheville didn't do a whole lot for the Mocs when I was the head coach there. We got upset in that deal twice.
LSU headed to the NCAA tournament. Coach, the last thing I got for you, you and I both know John Brady talks about the field goal stat.
Oh, yeah, he loves
the field
that.
goal stat.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Todd Polite's our good buddy today. Really a solid
This is going to be a
stat.
heck of a stat if Todd Polite did it.
Since 1979, LSU's record in the SEC tournament when they're outshot is 4-33. They are 22-7 with the higher field goal percentage. I think he gives us the answer.
So
for
you're just
Friday,
telling me go
Saturday,
shoot.
and Sunday.
Better field goal percentage and we'll win.
That's it.
That's it. Easy. It's that simple. It's that simple.
We try to help.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Yeah, we're just trying to help.
I
Anyway,
appreciate it. That's good.
Coach, get the guys over there safely. We're looking forward to the
We'll do
action
it.
starting Friday night. Again,
Thanks to
for
you,
your
Chris.
time this
Thank
week.
you. You've been great all year, and we appreciate everybody listening. We appreciate all the fans, and thanks for a great season. We're going to keep it moving, keep it going as long as we can, and try to turn around our fortunes at the SEC tournament.
That sounds good, fans. That's going to wrap things up for tonight and the season. Thanks as well all year long to head coach Will Wade. Jeff Palermo here.
Okay, the Will Wade Show just concluded. Once again, welcome to the Monday night edition of the Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show for Monday, March 8th. We're going to be going over today's news headlines here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We'll be on for a few minutes. So we just went over a few news headlines. So we'll go over some more once again. So also, if you want to come in video chat, once again, please, we ask you, please fix your mic. Make sure your mics are turned on. Make sure your cameras are turned on because we don't want to have any problems. We don't want to deny anybody from coming on here. So if you make sure your mics are fixed, your cameras are on, you'll be fine. So let's go over some sports headlines. Let's go over some scores. I'm going to switch this out. I'm going to go over some sports scores while we wait. So let's go over some scores. Let's go over some NHL games going on tonight in the association. Okay, NHL games going on right now. Minnesota up 1-0. That's in the at the end of one. So that's at the end of one. Other games later, Senators versus Oilers, Coyotes versus Avalanche, Blues versus Sharks, and also Canadians versus Canucks, and also Ducks versus Kings. See what else we have. Well, we'll give you some college basketball scores here on the Monday night. So we'll go ahead and give you some college basketball score updates on games going on. Tournament time underway. Okay, in the top 25, Gonzaga and St. Mary's will play in the West Coast Conference tournament. That'll be on ESPN in just a few moments. So that will be forthcoming. Let's go over to the D1 scores. Okay, in the Metro Athletic Conference tournament, it's Canisius on top, 76-73. Also in the Sun Belt Conference out in Pensacola, Florida, App State on top, 71-67. And in the SoCo Conference, it is UNC Greensboro on top of Mercer, 68-61. Also in the Colonial Athletic Association Conference, Elon leading, winning 76-58. Cleveland State winning 71-65. Also, Oral Roberts winning 90-88. Other games going on, 8:30. In the CAA Championship, Drexel taking on Northeastern. Also, Oakland taking on Northern Kentucky. In the Summit League Conference tournament, South Dakota State takes on North Dakota State. And also in the West Coast Conference, just about 11 o'clock tonight, will be BYU taking on Pepperdine. So that's your college basketball scoreboard from the men's side. Let's see what's happening on the women's side. Okay, we'll go over some women's scores as well. Okay, women's college basketball top 25. UConn on top 46-25. That's in the third quarter. Also, BYU on top 41-35 at halftime. Also, Gonzaga is on top on the women's side 72-62. That's in the women's side. That's the final score. So that's in the West Coast Conference. In the Big South Conference Championship, Gardner-Webb leading 66-62. 1 second remaining. Looks like that game's going to end. In the Mountain West Championship, it is Wyoming leading 25-15. Also, Rice State defeating Cleveland State 73-62. Also, it was Omaha winning 65-55. Louisiana losing to Troy 73-65. Also, UIPI winning 56-46. Also in the American Conference Championship, Wichita State wins 76-64. Mountain West Championship, Mexico, New Mexico wins 67-51. Also in the Summit League Championship, it was South Dakota winning 81-55. Also, it was Portland State winning 51-51. Also, BYU winning 85-55. Also, Cincinnati winning 78-67. Fresno State wins 70-46. High Point wins 85-63. Also, it was Campbell winning 54-41. Also, Longwood winning 83-69. Northern Arizona wins 82-68. At the games going on later on this evening, it is going to be the Big Sky Conference Championship. Montana taking on Sacramento State, and Boise State will take on Colorado State in the Mountain West tournament. That's out in Las Vegas. So that is your scores for college basketball, men's and women's. Okay, we'll give you an MLB scoreboard update from spring training games going on today. So we'll go over the MLB scores. Okay, MLB scores. Marlins and Cardinals tied up at 7. That was the score tied up at 7. Also, Washington winning 9-5. San Francisco and Arizona tied up at 2. Also, Los Angeles Dodgers winning 8-0. Kansas City Royals winning 10-3. Cleveland Indians winning 10-0. Also, Chicago Cubs went 9-0 over the Texas Rangers, and the Milwaukee Brewers went 10-9, and also Cincinnati Reds went 6-4. So that was in spring training baseball for this afternoon. So we just went over some of the news. Okay, let's go over to the bracketology. Let's give you the updates on the bracketology. This one's from yesterday. bracketology from yesterday. Let's see who gets the bubble watch. Let's see. Gonzaga still at number 1 overall seed. First 4 out, Utah State and also Xavier will be the last team in. So that's the last team in. On the bubble will be Michigan State, Louisville, Georgia Tech, BCU, Colorado State, Boise State, Drake, and Xavier. First 4 out, Utah State, Syracuse, St. Louis, and Seton Hall. Also, first 4 out would be Memphis, SMU, Ole Miss, and St. John. So your region, your 60-18 bracket would look like this. Nichols would get in. Nichols would be the automatic qualifier if they get in. Halford also, the 12 seeds will be Colorado State, Drake, also Boise State and Xavier, and Prairie View, and North Carolina A&T. Now the Region 1 would look like this. Region 1 would be Gonzaga taking on the winner of Prairie View and North Carolina A&T. Loyola Chicago will take on UConn. There will be an 8-9 matchup. Florida State will take on either Boise or Xavier. 5 versus 12. Also, Purdue taking on UC Santa Barbara. They will be the automatic qualifier. Tennessee will take on VCU. That'll be 6 versus 11. Texas will take on Georgia State, automatic qualifier. Wisconsin taking on UCLA, 7 versus 10. Also, Ohio State will take on Southern Utah, automatic qualifier. Looks like we have some. Let's see if I can get him in. I see him. Put him in. So we'll go through the other regions. We went to Region 1. We'll go to Region number 2. So let's go to Region 2. We'll switch this over. Okay, Region number 2, as followed. Baylor will take on Northeastern. That'll be 1 versus 16. Missouri will take on St. Bonaventure's. That'll be 8 versus 9. Texas Tech will take on Winthrop. That'll be 5 versus 12. Virginia taking on Western Kentucky, 4 versus the 13 matchup. So both teams will be automatic qualifiers. Oklahoma will take on Georgia Tech, 6 versus 11. Villanova will take on South Dakota State, both automatic qualifiers as well. Also, San Diego State will take on Louisville, 1 automatic qualifier, and matchup. Now the next one will be Grand Canyon taking on Iowa 2 versus 15. So we'll go over to region number 3. So we'll read region number 3's bracket. Michigan taking on Siena, automatic qualifiers. Virginia Tech taking on Florida. It'll be 8 versus 9, so it's a pretty good consensus right there. Colorado will take on Toledo, 5 and 12. So automatic qualifier goes to Toledo. Liberty taking on Kansas. That'll be AQ. Let's see. Oregon will take on Wichita State, 6 versus 11. Arkansas will take on Morehead State. Let's see if he's in. Let's see if we got him in. Hey, what's up?
Yeah, hey.
Hey, we're going through some brackets right now. I'm looking through those brackets.
I don't know what the hell was happening with my phone today.
I don't understand.
You heard like something glitching on my mic?
Oh, it might have been your mic. I don't know.
Let me tell you, FSU. Come on. FL teams.
FL teams, yep. Let's show you. We're showing you that
Louisiana. Oh, LSU. I see LSU on the left side of Region 4. Anyone else besides LSU?
Yeah, LSU, Illinois, Nicholls State. Nicholls State's going to be in there probably. Automatic.
Yeah, UCSB. So.
Yeah, that's a Southland team. So we're going through Arkansas, Morehead State, Clemson taking on Maryland. Houston will take on Bryant. Hey, what's up?
Yep,
hey,
so,
what's up?
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
So, Houston versus Bryan. Now, the next one we'll go through is region number 4. Looks like it's having a little stip. All right, I'll let Isaac just go ahead and fix this mic. Apologize. We're right now. I don't know what's happening with this mic, so hopefully we get it fixed. Let's go through region number 4. Region number 4 will be Illinois taking on the winner of Harvard and Nicholls State. LSU will take on North Carolina. That'll be an 8 versus 9 matchup. If LSU can come in, if LSU can go into the tournament, they're going to be playing this Friday. They're not playing in the first round. They're going to be playing in the quarterfinals. So if LSU can come out and win in the quarterfinals, I think their number should be from at least 8 to 7. It should be of like 8 or 7. But if they don't come out one of these games, they're most likely going to go into the NCAA tournament as a 8 seed. There's a lot of these bracketologists say there's probably going to be 8 versus 9 or whatever. So I'd say it would be a good matchup between LSU and North Carolina, but I don't know. I don't know about this matchup. This matchup might be a little vague, if you ask me. Now, the next one will be Creighton taking on Colorado State or Drake. The winner of these 2 matchups, Colorado State or Drake will play Creighton. They will have that 12 seed. Oklahoma State will take on North Carolina. Greensboro, automatic qualifier. USC will take on Michigan State. Colgate will take on West Virginia. BYU will take on Rutgers. That'll be 7 versus 10. And Alabama will take on Cleveland State. That'll be 2 AQs, which is automatic qualifier. So I say this. Look, this SEC tournament is going to be a very important situation for all teams involved because, look, if Kentucky comes out, wins it, if Alabama comes out and wins it, they're going to get a higher seed into the NCAAs. So, once again, this is from Joe Lenardi. You can reach him at ESPN. He puts out his bracketologies every single day and stuff like that to update the public about what is the what team will be into the NCAA tournament and what team will not be in the NCAA tournament. So we're going to I just talked about Dallas. If you want to come in and comment about Dak Prescott's 4-year deal worth $160 million, please do so. Okay, updates on games going on. UNC Greensboro on top 67-61. That is in the SoCon Championship on ESPN. That's games going on as we speak. So it's so 34 seconds look like they did win that game, North Carolina Greensboro. So it's 67-61. Okay, we will go over some local news. We'll go over some local, we'll switch this out and go over some local news. Okay, let's go to the sports section. Okay, a sports section, the top of the sports section says amongst the best. Pelicans Zion savors the moment in first ever All-Star game. So he did play in an All-Star game last night. I didn't get to watch it. They did win. Looks like they did win the game yesterday. So I'll be honest with you, this is a very good honor for Zion Williamson, the way he's been playing for the Pelicans as of late. So the All-Star break is over. Now it's time for the second half to begin. And let's hope the Pelicans can kind of muster up some wins in the second half and kind of salvage what happened in the first half. Because, look, if we go into the second half looking like crap, we're not going to win any games. I hate to say it. That's just my opinion. So we have to come out with urgency in the second half. So this is from the Advocate. You can go reach the Advocate at theadvocate.com. Okay, Tulane basketball women's team will receive the number 4 seed in the American Conference tournament. So they will be playing this week in the American Conference tournament. So good luck to the Lady Wave on their quest of getting into the NCAA tournament. Okay, LSU loses weekend series to Oral Roberts. Yeah, I knew this Oral Roberts team was going to come in and be a thorn at LSU's side. Just look what happened on Friday night. They just got dismantled 22-7. So that was just you can't describe that. Feel it. So they did lose 3-1 to Oral Roberts. So Oral Roberts comes out of the series, winning the series 2 games to 1. So So I look at it this way. LSU's got to get back on track. I mean, it's a very early baseball season for LSU. They have to get back on track because I'm going to tell you, it's going to be a long road ahead because they're going to have Texas Southern on Tuesday night and also going to have UNO the next night on Wednesday. So they're going to have 2 games to kind of get back on the winning track for the UNO LSU Tigers. Okay, Wade Tigers hope to carry momentum into the SEC tournament. Yeah. I really think they will make a big impact in the SEC tournament because they're going to be playing on Friday. That will be at 8:30. Their opponent will be determined at that Friday night. So LSU once again comes out of the SEC tournament winning a couple of games. They could solidify the chances of getting a better seed for the NCAA tournament. So see what else we got. Okay, Saints face tough choice regarding Trey Henderson. Well, I think, to be honest with you, if you want to keep Trey Henderson, I would say keep Trey Henderson. But all the other ones have to go. All the other contracts have to go because look, we're way over that salary cap. We have to make some changes if we're going to keep players that we need for this offense and defense for the Saints. And just like Trey Henderson, he's no example. He's no exception to the rule. So I would say, like I said, I would get rid of some of these lengthy contracts that's been plaguing this team's cap. Like Michael Thomas is one. Michael Thomas is one that's been plaguing the cap. Drew Brees is one that's been plaguing the cap as well. So, like I said, we have to make some changes in order to get our cap under control. So, once again, this is from The Advocate. You go to theadvocate.com. Okay, Austin Ernest wins Drive 1 championship. That's for the lady PGA title. So congratulations to her. She's a former LSU golfer. So she wins her third LPGA title out at the Drive On Championship. So once again, this is from The Advocate. Go to theadvocate.com. Okay, Duplantis wins the European indoor track championships. Congratulations to Mondo Duplantis, former LSU track athlete. Also, Troy Green gets the Southland honors. He's the Southland Player of the Week. He had 20.3 points a game. He averaged shooting 53.7%. He also had 7 rebounds and 4 assists. Also, Indians, Ramirez and Reyes was an isolated incident, something like that. So they did isolate those 2 players. That was coronavirus and stuff like that. So they are isolated. due to the protocols. That's Jose Ramirez and Franmil Reyes. That's another guy that's going to be okay. Okay, Bobble and Wobble. Tulane first baseman Louis Bell dropped a pop up during the Western Kentucky game when they had their first at bat. That miscue toned the Tulane the sweeping. They did lose 8-7. So look, that young man Louis Avail. I'll be honest with you, he's got to catch that ball. Look, sure, you're a college player. I mean, but you have to catch the ball because that's going to cost your team in the long run. So that's just my saying right there. Once again, this is from The Advocate. Go to theadvocate.com. Okay, Southeastern sweeps Troy, and UNO can't finish off Bradley. So Southeastern completes the sweep of Troy. So they did win yesterday at Alumni Field. Bradley defeats UNO 6-3. ULM defeats Nichols 6-4. Louisiana Tech defeats McNeese State 14-4. Southern defeats Grambling 5-3, and Houston Baptist defeats Louisiana 6-4. And Xavier defeated Loyola 4-2. So Xavier baseball defeated Loyola 4-2. So that's the local college baseball roundup. Okay, 3 strikes. Wilson Alexander on LSU's disappointing series. He's saying Jaden Hill is still developing. Yes, I think he is. He has to develop because he has to be a good pitcher. LSU misses Cade Doherty. He had, I think he had some kind of injury or something. And also Flush and Forget. That's what they're talking about. So, because this weekend, they're going to have a very good series this weekend. So, they have, once again, they have Texas Southern and also UNO Tuesday and Wednesday. So, okay, North Carolina State and South Carolina wins titles. So they did win their title. So South Carolina wins 67-62 over Georgia. Also, UConn defeated Villanova 84-39. Also, Michigan defeated Michigan State defeated Michigan State. Also, Baylor defeated Texas Tech. Iowa defeated Wisconsin. And Houston defeated Memphis. And Texas defeated TCU 76-64. Loyola Chicago defeated Drake 75-65. And also Tennessee defeated Florida by the final of 65-54. They will receive the 4th seed going into the that's Tennessee going into the SEC tournament. It'll be on Friday, the quarterfinals. So let's go over some more stuff. Okay, let's see. Tulane basketball has the 10th seed going into the Meds tournament this week. They will take on Tulsa. There will be a 7 seed, so 7 versus 10 in the American Conference tournament. There'll be a 2 p.m. game. So Tulane will be playing in that conference tournament. So the conference tournament championship will be Sunday at 2:15. The nation's final game before the NCAA field is revealed. Okay, let's see what else we got. We talked about it. We talked about Tulane. See, SEC. I just talked about the SEC. And I'm going to go to scoreboard. Let's go to scoreboard. Okay, let's go to scoreboard. Okay, seeds finalized for the SEC tournament. They are as followed. While 10 seeds are looking to lock up on Saturday, LSU took the 3rd seed going into the SEC tournament. Also, Tennessee got the 4th seed going in, and also regular season champ Alabama will get the number 1 seed, and Arkansas will get the number 2 seed, and there will be double buys for the SEC tournament. 5-day tournament will begin on Wednesday at 6 p.m. When Vanderbilt takes on Texas A&M. So Vanderbilt and Texas A&M will play. That will be on the SEC network. Okay, let's see what else we got. Okay, Lawson celebrates return first win after suspension. So that's Kyle Lawson is back with NASCAR. So looks like he is going to be with NASCAR for a while. So he got his first victory at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. He was reinstated after a year-long suspension. He ran his first 4 races, then lost his job due to a racial slur. So that's what he did. So that's what they're saying he did. So I'm glad to see Kyle Lawson back on the NASCAR circuit. But the thing is, what he said about racist statement was absolutely going to get him his ass fired. So look, you don't say stuff like that. You really don't. You got to be more civil when it comes down to these situations. So once again, this is from the Advocate. Go to theadvocate.com. Okay, men's winner surprised himself at the LA Louisiana Marathon. That was in the winner was Alex Hebert from Thibodaux. Won his 10th Louisiana Marathon. It was in downtown Baton Rouge. His time was 2:27 16 to cross the finish line. So congratulations to him. So he got also Jarrett LeBron from Jennings also set a record with our half a marathon with hour, 5 minutes, and 4 seconds. So she's also 30 as a doctor, helping with COVID patients in Southwest Louisiana. That was in downtown Baton Rouge. So they did have their Louisiana Marathon in downtown Baton Rouge. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, getting to know area teams shooting for a state title. That's Hineville, Carver, McMain, Phoenix, Newman, St. Paul, St. Aug, Jesuit, Newman, Crescent City, Riverside, and Country Day. So that is your teams that's going to be contending for a state title. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, it will be at the it'll be in Lake Charles at Burden Coliseum. So that's the teams that's going to be competing for a state championship for a high school basketball. So once again, this is from The Advocate. Go to theadvocate.com. Okay, college football scores from yesterday. Arkansas Pine Bluff defeated 33-30 in their game. Also, we'll scroll down. It looks like that's it for the college football standpoint. So we did go over some news. Let's go over some Twitters. I'm going to go through some Twitters for a few seconds. So we can go through some Twitters. Go through some Twitters. And then we'll wrap it up. Okay, let's go through some Twitters. Okay, Gary Smith put this up on the screen. From Gary Smith, Appalachian State is going to the NCAA tournament. I remember covering a two-lane 76-48 route of Appalachian State 5 seasons ago and think it was the worst team I've ever seen. So that's what Gary Smith said. So Gary Smith, I'm pretty sure Gary Smith has it on point. So follow Gary Smith at Gary Smith. That's Gary Smith. He does cover multiple teams like LSU, Tulane, and UNO. So please follow Gary Smith. Put the wrong thing in there. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay, the score, LeBron James. LeBron wants to keep that perfect all-star record. His quote is, I hope that they allow me to retire from beginning as an all-star captain so I can retire with a perfect 4-0 record, LeBron James said. So let's see. We wanted to look at that Chalmette article and wanted to look at that article from Chalmette. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. Give me 1 second. It is. Okay, let's look at this article. Okay, hope our friends down Highway 39 have a safe trip up to Lake Charles. That's Phoenix High School. So they're going to be competing for the Class C championship up in Lake Charles. So good luck to Phoenix High School. from Plaquemines Parish. See what else they got. Okay, this is from Chalmette. Softball schedule for this week. They will take on Mount Carmel, Grace King, and also Slidell. So that is going to be that's for Chalmette softball. Follow them at Owl Chalmette. That's Owl Chalmette. We talked about LeBron James just a few minutes ago. We're gonna scroll down. Okay, 1-2 combo. This is 2 minutes ago from WWE. This is from WWE. Okay, this is from another footage from WWE showing the match going on at as we speak on WWE G League action. This is a nice little 3 by this young man. Camel Simo frames a 3. That's Camel. That's Cam Reynolds. Cam Reynolds. Yeah, Cam Reynolds knocks down 3. Excuse me. Okay, this is from L.com High School Sports. Giants release. Sorry about that. Release Cole, Cody Cole for the entire 2020 season due to Achilles injury. So this is from L.com. Okay, Xavier Collins jumps on the NFL Network to talk about draft and prediction of his signing celebration. So this is from Tulsa Football. Follow them at Tulsa Football. Also, freshman of the week is Cam Thomas. Congratulations to him. Okay, remember this fight right here. That's what they're talking about. Remember this. Relive the UFC 248. Now playing on TSN 4. Okay, on March 18th, WWE launches on Peacock as a standalone network. So it looks like you don't have to pay for it. That's probably a good idea with fans and stuff like that. Also, WWE Next, a real gentleman, William Regal will make 2 changing announcements on Wednesday that's regarding Next. That'll be on Wednesday night. Also, Paul Feinbaum talk about we all pay attention. We all enjoy watching the games. So that's Paul Feinbaum talking to Kermit Davis, the the Ole Miss coach. Now, once again, freshman Jacob Fristow is the SEC Freshman of the Week. Congratulations to that young man. Let's see what else we got. Okay, Warriors star Steph Curry says he still has a lot to accomplish. I think he does. He's a very young man, so I think he absolutely got a lot to accomplish with the Golden State Warriors. So once again, this is from Colorway Crypto. Follow him at Colorway Crypto. That's X3TKO. Also, Pass the Ball Live. This is a show or something like that. It'll be on March 4th, Sunday, March 14th. It'll be on passtheball.com. Okay, congratulations to UConn winning the Big East Championship that is in basketball now. The Canadian networks are reporting a proposed 3 changes to the draft lottery. Looks like it's going to be some changes going on with the NHL draft lottery. So that's probably going to happen sooner rather than later. So congratulations to Appalachia State that won their Sun Belt Conference Championship. Congratulations to them. Okay, Kiki Miller is named the softball player of the week. Congratulations to that young lady from SEC. And we'll wrap it up. Okay, this is a pretty good site right here. After, let's see, let's put this up on the screen. This is from B-Ball Index. After getting away from LA Bright Lights, Danny Green's 3-point performance returned to prior form. Here's Green's 3-point making percentages in the last 5 seasons. He did shoot 85% back in 2016-17, 2017-18, 67, 2018-19, 99%. Went down to 31% back in 2019 and 20, and also he shot 82% back in 20 and 21. So this is NBA Advanced Stats. Please, once again, give them a follow at Baller B-Ball Index. That's B-Ball Index. So that's a pretty good clip right there for this young man. So I'm going to show it right on my screen so you can see what Danny Green has performed on those shootings. His shot quality. This is the shot quality right here. This is the 3-point shot quality for Danny Green. Also his open rate, 3-point shot, and also his 3-point make, and also his So if you're interested in a lot of these players, basketball stats, you can go right to B-Ball Index. That's B-Ball Index. So we'll wrap this up. Okay, once again, thanks for joining us for this edition of Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show. Also, Monday Night Coaches Show. Sorry, Isaac, for having a little issues with you. Once again, if you get your mics fixed, we'll put you back on. I mean, look, I don't want to kick nobody out, but that's how we got to be. Look, if your mics are broken or something, you have to fix it because it causing a lot of feedback and stuff like that. So make sure your mics are fixed, and also make sure your cameras are on properly, and also make sure your connections are on good, so you'll have a good connection. So just some things to take into consideration. Once again, we'll be back tomorrow with Sports Talk here in the morning. Also, we'll have LSU baseball in the evening. So we'll have LSU baseball in the evening and Sports Talk in the morning. So once again, everybody have a good rest of your Monday night, and we'll be back tomorrow.